point is right here we have 3, 4, 5, 34%. Half the money from this charity boxing event does not go to charity.
One thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anisa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
Keep in mind that Anisa's whole thing, Ian and Anisa's whole thing for this was, we are communicating with everybody. Our job is to make sure we're here to take vibe checks. Nobody even fucking knew. Every single thing that led to this event being a fucking failure was idubbbz and Anisa's fault. Every single thing. I challenge you to present anything that like was out of their control, that they didn't directly contribute to negatively impacting this event. So anyway, I've been trying to avoid the creator clash drama, although I have been following it. It's one of the best dramas on the internet right now. It's one of the most entertaining fucking examples of snake evil, disgusting behavior you'll ever find. The reason I don't like covering it is because these people, idubbbz and Anisa, are snaky little freaks that have managed to merge their event and their own personal property, if you want to call it their own image. They've managed to bundle that with a multiple thousand-year holy war that has been ongoing in the Middle East. And if you attack them or you attack their event, it used to be you're going after charity, which is bullshit, because even by idubbbz's own admission, the event always was just supposed to have a charity aspect to it. We're going to go over how bullshit the charity aspect was to this event, as opposed to it just being a way to further their own careers. But yeah, now it's not just you're roasting a charity, you're hurting a charity, which was already bullshit and very sneaky to say. Now it's, oh, you must have a objecting opinion on a multiple thousand-year holy war in the Middle East, which I do not. But anyway, we're going to look into it at it a little bit. So if you guys don't know, idubbbz and Anisa have separated themselves from Creator Clash recently. That was announced. And funnily enough, Creator Clash now appears to be throwing Anisa and idubbbz under the bus, as they recently left. Many people are questioning how much they've actually left. To be fair, I think after this today, it's pretty safe to assume, at least, that idubbbz and Anisa have been thoroughly severed from this event. So what do we have here? Head to this link for more. Actually, let's just go to Creator Clash's Twitter. Hold on. Why get it from Drama Alert? As I was preparing this live stream, Creator Clash's Twitter, if I can even fucking find it, have finally, way overdue, way overdue, have made an official announcement with this event. Because if you guys don't know, the event has been rescheduled. This had been soft dropped through a couple of the fighters that are fighting in the event. And the issue with this is there are people that have plane tickets, vacations scheduled around a fight that is supposed to occur in a few weeks. And only now, a few weeks away from the event, are they finally releasing officially that the event is being rescheduled and is not occurring in Tampa Bay, Florida anymore. So this is the first thing I guess we can see from Creator Clash due to recent controversies around the event brought on by Anisa and idubbbz, or everything. Just everything they've done has been awful. They are fucking morons. They've proven this time and time again. Blah, 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 blah. This step is being taken to ensure safety, comfort, and overall experience. Okay, so yeah, idubbbz fucked everything up, and now they had to reschedule the event because idubbbz and Anisa left. Let's go further into it. Since I'm yawning. Okay, here we go. Ian and Anisa have made the difficult decision to fully step away from Creator Clash, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? Since Creator Clash inception, we've been able to raise meaningful funds and awareness to charity. I mean, that isn't wrong. Although last year they were unable to raise any money for charity through the event by itself because they spent too much fucking money on parties. And that's just the fact of the matter. It sounds very ignorant to just say it like that, but I mean, this has been ran through the mud. There's so many videos going over this. I've gone over this. That is what happened. If they would not have done all the events, if they would not have done all the parties, they would have made money for charity. I would love to see the breakdown of the finances that would prove me wrong in that aspect. They overspent on meaningless nonsense to make themselves feel pretty and cool and have fun, and they did not and as a result, they were not able to contribute any of the money to charity. I think they deleted the tweet where they break down the finances, which is pretty insane. So we're gonna have to go back to drama alert. Oh, better watch what comes up. Twitter is a lawless wasteland. Fuck, I had it up, didn't I? There it is. So here it says each fighter received. So this is actually Creator Clash doing what needs to be done. They're becoming transparent with the event around all the controversy of where the money went last time. This needed to happen. But they kind of throw idubbbz and Anisa under the bus here, which is very refreshing and does add to the validity that idubbbz and Anisa have been thoroughly severed from this event, which absolutely was going to have to happen if this event was ever going to be successful in the future. So they're answering questions, Q&A. Do the fighters get paid? Yes, each fighter receives a guaranteed purse to help cover training expenses and preparation. We knew that. In addition, 20% of net profit from the event will be evenly split among the fighters. So right there, that's 20% gone right off the rip. But it gets worse. 34% of profit shares were originally allocated to Ian and Anisa. It is also being redistributed among the it's now being redistributed among the fighters. But the point is right here we have 3, 4, 5, 34%. Over half the money from this charity boxing event does not go to charity. And last year, idubbbz had to come clean and admit no money went to charity. But there were red carpet events. There were galas. There were parties. There was paid entertainment for the parties. But no money went to some kid with cancer. Awful. Awful, no matter how you slice it. Awful, awful, awful. And now I am curious to see. They said to go to a website. Where is it? Further. Oh, there's a whole page for the transparency. This needed to happen. This is very, very good. This actually makes me willing to spend money on Creator Clash. I feel like they've already been defeated. They left. Other people took over. They've had to reschedule the entire event. It's now being rescheduled with new people. Okay? What is it? Do the fighters get paid? Or do we want to look over any of this? When and where is the updated Creator Clash 3 event taking place? Creator Clash 3 is now taking place on Saturday, October 25th, 2025 at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles, California. Tickets will be available to attend the in-person event, and it will be broadcasted live on MeJoeShmoe. That's good. Why was the event moved to Los Angeles? I mean, it was because of the controversy. We already know that. Because Ian and Anisa are fucking morons. That is why the event was rescheduled. Because they tried to get tough and got utterly and completely fucking blown out. What happens with the ticket funds? We already went over this. Wait, no, it didn't. All in-person ticket holders will receive a full refund through Ticketmaster. Okay, so everyone is getting a refund. Everyone's getting their money back for this fucking dumpster fire of an event that was almost going to happen. And more information will come out in the coming weeks. Okay. Will all the original fighters still be competing? Not all the fighters will be available. Okay, that's just so now everyone's coming back. What happened with fundraising and charity? Fundraising efforts will continue and expand. So they're going to do the same thing with the fundraising. They're doing more stuff with fundraising than just the event, but is affiliated with the event. It's going to Stand Up to Cancer. Fair enough. Why did Ian and Anisa step away from Creator Clash? I would love to hear what the professional response is. Ian and Anisa have stepped away from Creator Clash in every capacity as stakeholders, event. I actually believe this because they're kind of getting thrown under the bus at this point. event managers and creatives to give the event space to grow under newly. Yeah, give the space. They were destroying the event. They were ruining the event. They got lucky and happened to have enough balls and creativity to come up with a good idea, and then just did not have the skills or brain power to stick the landing. Okay, so now people that can actually run things are handling it. Great. Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. They chose to step down to allow CC, Creator Clash, to separate itself from the ongoing controversies that Ian and Anisa have brought upon themselves through their own lack of judgment and stupidity, allowing us to work towards rebuilding trust and refocusing on what the event was always meant to be. Great. Fantastic. This is much needed PR. Immensely needed PR. Who are the official spokespeople for the event? Do the fighters get paid? Your spokespeople are Aaron Hansen, Alana Pierce. Oh. I got to hear what Alana Pierce. We're actually going to look into Alana Pierce a little bit later. That's going to be a good segue. But I am so sick of Alana Pierce, and I've defended her in the past because she gets the problem with Alana Pierce is she's a gamer girl, okay? And because of that, a lot of incel-y type people like to shit on her whenever she has anything to say about gaming. That's valid on her side. She should not be experiencing that. The problem is she actually fucks up a lot and says a lot of stupid shit. Okay? She actually makes really bad videos sometimes. And then she goes, everyone hates me because I'm a girl. Anyway, Ethan Nestor, Alana Pierce, Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, they're going to be the new spokespeople. Fair enough. Great. Do the fighters get paid? Yeah, we already went over this. Great, 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 great. Now, where is it? There is a video up on the Creator Clash YouTube channel, I believe. Check that out. Let's see if we can find it. See if we can find it. Creator Clash. Here it is. Let's talk about Creator Clash 3. It's 15 minutes long. So this is the official video that they've posted to YouTube for our viewing pleasure. And this is after, this has been a big move. They've kind of thrown Anisa and idubbbz under the bus at this point. There is evidence I'm seeing that, makes me confident that Anisa and idubbbz have been thoroughly removed from this event. This is no longer their event. They are no longer affiliated with the event. That's good news for the event. That's fantastic news. So let's check out what the official video on the Creator Clash 3 YouTube channel is going to say here. And then we'll move into the Alana Pierce drama, which is unrelated to this, but Alana Pierce is in this video. It said so. Fun.
Nobody brought boxing gloves to punch me in the face?
Oh, I should have.
Blah, 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 blah. No one's ever done that there before.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ethan Nestor. I fought in Creator Clash 2.
I have no idea who
and
that
I
is.
won. And I'm here with my pals to talk about Creator Clash 3.
Yes, hi, I'm Alana.
I like Ego. I don't know who this is. I like Ego Raptor from Game Grumps. I like him. And then her, I don't know. She is problematic. She says dumb shit. We're gonna go over her a little bit later, and I'm gonna validate a little bit. I hope, because I haven't watched these videos yet. And I've defended her in the past. But this is a problematic person who, I'm sorry. Quite frankly, this person's word means nothing to me. She does have a voice, though. She has a following, so fair enough that she's here. But this guy right here, I'm going into it. I like him. I don't know this guy. And Alana Pierce, she's problematic. You should probably take everything Alana Pierce has to say with a grain of salt based on her history.
I also fought in Creator Clash 2 and won by a single point. Still counts.
And I'm Aaron. I fought and lost, and then fought and won in Creator Clash.
It was like a Rocky 2 moment.
Yeah.
You lost in Rocky 1, but you won.
Yeah, 2 was a big comeback for me, so I appreciate that. And I'm also the co-founder and co-owner of Real Good Touring, who has been the production partner for Creator Clash since the very beginning. There's a lot of things that we want to talk about, but first and foremost, we want to announce that Creator Clash 3 is moving dates and locations. October 25th, 2025 is the new date for Creator Clash, and now it is taking place at the Hollywood Palladium here in Los Angeles, California. Well, thank you. Wow. We don't have hype men, so I guess that's...
I mean, I think this came a little bit late. All of these, a couple like Dad, I know was a creator that dropped and already was announcing things about this event changing before. People got to fucking figure shit out. There's people that are scheduling vacations around this event to go to Florida and watch it, and you changed it. And they did now, you know, there's like a little bit of time now. I think they did it a little bit too late, but at least they announced it now, better than never. And you know, moving away from idubbbz and Anisa is definitely going to benefit the event, so that's good.
With that comes a couple questions about ticket sales. A lot of people bought tickets for the Amelie Arena show. All those will be refunded. We will be updating you on...
Let's go! So they did all get refunded, dude. Oh my! I just think I think it's so funny that Ian, like idubbbz and that sector of the internet, like, they really think that idubbbz was cooking with his content cop, that he like did something with that. idubbbz and Anisa got their shit kicked in so hard that they had to resign from their own charity company in disgrace. A thing described previously by idubbbz by the best thing as the best thing he's ever done. They had to resign in absolute disgrace, and they caused so much bad publicity for the event that the new people that run the event had to completely refund all the tickets, reschedule it in a new state, and start from scratch. Because idubbbz and Anisa fucked it up so badly that once they got them out of there, they were just like, fuck it, we got to redo everything from the ground up.
on when the new tickets will be on sale. If you bought paper...
And idubbbz and Anisa will still try to blame everyone else for why this failed and pass it off like it wasn't a massive, colossal failure on their end. That is their fault.
New tickets, those still stand, but if for whatever reason you would like a refund, they are offering that as well.
Wait, what?
If you bought pay-per-view tickets, those still stand.
Well, why would you need a refund on pay-per-view tickets? I guess if your guy, if someone that you loved and wanted to watch isn't fighting anymore, yeah. I mean, they should just refund everybody at this point, quite frankly. I think they absolutely need to refund everybody that wants a refund, and they need to start from scratch. And them throwing idubbbz and Anisa under the bus a little bit is definitely a good move moving forward.
But if for whatever reason you would like a refund, they are offering that as well.
I'm excited to have it here too. There's so many people on like this side of the country who haven't been able to make it, who now can make it. And also, we're hosting it now.
We are hosting it.
Because we live here.
Alana and I will be hosting the pre-show.
Yes.
We'll have some goofs and some gaffs.
It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But yeah, today we just wanted to make a video to clear up.
Alana Pierce is that girl. Like, have you ever heard like there's like a joke where you like lie your way, like you go for a job interview and you'll say like there used to be a joke around. There used to be like a meme. It was like guy goes for a job interview, says, "You need to hire me because I'm Bill Clinton's daughter's. I'm the president's daughter's husband." They're like, "Oh shit, I better hire this guy." Multi-million-dollar company. Then you go to the president's daughter and you say, "Well, you should marry me because I'm the CEO of this company." Like, and it, like, you know what I mean? That's what she did. She greatly over exaggerates her role in certain video game production and then used her undeserved accolades to leverage herself into other more legitimate, like notable positions. That is my interpretation of Alana Pierce.
Some questions that people have, you know, it's been kind of rocky communication-wise the last couple of months, and so we just wanted to sit here and clear a bunch of things up. So let's get to it.
Yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anisa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
Keep in mind that Anisa's whole thing, Ian and Anisa's whole thing for this was, we are communicating with everybody. Our job is to make sure we're here to take vibe checks. Nobody even fucking knew. Like, it's not even just her. There's multiple, like LA Beast, I believe, was an example. Like when the chat logs got leaked, they just lied. idubbbz and Anisa just lie about shit. And then when you criticize them for it, they're like, yeah, you're attacking a charity event. Or they go, Palestine. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with Palestine or the charity. We're criticizing you for doing a piss job of running the event. And we're criticizing you for lying constantly about shit around the event. That is my criticism, at least. Has nothing to do with the other shit. Politics. You're criticizing charity. No. You lie. You lie. You're a snake. You're bad. You're bad people. You're bad people. And there are people who criticize you on those actions, bro. They don't like you because you're not likable. They're wanting to warn people how much of a snake you guys are. That is the reality of the situation. And then to earn back PR sympathy, they like shrouded themselves in the charity of Creator Clash and the politics of the new content cop video. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. It's this. This is the shit. Lying. We already talked to idubbbz literally said we already talked to all the fighters and everyone involved. Alana Pierce, right now. I wasn't really sure where they were at. Liars, dude.
So yes, Ian and Anisa have stepped down completely. There's no creative involvement. There's no financial involvement. There's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including their financial stake. They actually dispersed among the fighters, which is very cool of them to do.
Throw your questions at Aaron, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously we have to acknowledge,
yell at me now.
we have to acknowledge that they, set the foundation for this event.
Yeah.
And it started out with such a positive mission statement. That's why I wanted to be involved in the first place. It is such a cool idea. A bunch of creators getting fit, punching each other in the face, and it's for charity. I feel like the message is so inherently positive that it's a shame that it became this dramatic internet thing that it never should have been, and I'm just very glad.
Well, no, it never should have been that, but I'm sure they're not going to address it, but the whole reason, every single thing that led to this event being a fucking failure was idubbbz and Anisa's fault. Every single thing. I challenge you to present anything that was out of their control, that they didn't directly contribute to negatively impacting this event.
Attempts are being made to fix all that.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest questions that people have is about how the event was run in the past and what is going to be different about it now, because...
You mean the fact that last time they ran this event that was supposed to be for charity, they made no money for charity? That was a pretty big blunder in the past.
Obviously, the first year was crazy successful. There was over $1.3 million raised. And so that was incredible. Second year, we upped the stakes, we made it a little bigger, and unfortunately it did not pan out. And
no, it wasn't just because you made the stadium bigger or you tried to expand the event. It was the multiple parties. It was the multiple parties. It was the red carpet events. It was the paid entertainment. All this shit that literally had no impact on the quality of the event or selling tickets. It was all just for idubbbz and his friends to go party in Florida. All of that shit that was money out of the event's profits, that is the reason that they made no money for charity. It was a completely avoidable circumstance that was brought on through neglect. Okay? That is the reality. Okay? This wasn't just we expanded the event. No, they started blowing money on galas and events for the people fighting, for the personalities. Not even this was not going to convince anyone to pay money to go to this event. It's a bit of an understatement. The way he's describing it is a bit of an understatement of what actually happened.
In the way that we wanted, and there was no money raised for charity, which was so heartbreaking. Especially fighting in it
which was idubbbz and Anisa's fault.
Putting all of that time and energy into
I hate to be so bitter, petty about it, but it's just true. It's like this topic's been beaten to fucking death. And the fighters are coming out now, and they're like exposing them for like a lot of this shit. Like it's not even like 90% of the criticism is not even speculative. It's like
doing this thing, and like I know for a lot of us, especially you, Alana, you are always doing charity stuff, and to put yourself in the ring to fight, a big reason that we did it was because it was like, okay, it's for a good cause, it's for charity, and then when you go and do it and no money is raised for charity, that sucks.
Yeah, I've been pretty candid with you about this, Aaron, about like how disappointed I was and how like burnt I felt by it. And I was talking to a separate fighter who's not in the room about this just yesterday. It was like, you work so hard. I had a family member who was in the hospital with cancer at the time, and the thing that like kept me going, that stopped me from quitting and just going to be with them, was I was like, this is for charity. You're raising money for charity. You're raising money for a good cause. You got to keep going. And it was.
See, like this, I don't buy this whole line. I just don't. I find her to be very disingenuous. I like what, like, you had a family member dying of cancer in the hospital, and you said, fuck it, I'm going to go fight in this charity boxing event. And that's the thing. Last year, I think all the fighters got to pick their own charities. It wasn't even like it was all going to cancer. But regardless, she has a right to be upset. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a right to be upset, but like she does what she always does. She's like making it into a bigger fucking thing than it really is. Like, I had a family member in the hospital that had cancer, and I just want you guys to know that the only thing keeping me going was the fact that we were raising money for charity, and then we didn't even raise money for charity. Like, listen, none of that was her fault, but like, she's making herself the victim of it. The kids with cancer weren't the victim. Alana Pierce was the victim. Like, I don't know. Like, that just might be me being a bitter fucking asshole, but that's how it comes across to me. Just everything she says is so about her centric. Yeah, she is so brave. Exactly. That's the vibes I get always from Alana Pierce. Everything she always does and says, like all of her controversies, every time she's in hot water, is usually because she like exaggerates some shit. Like she takes something with a glimmer of truth, and we're going to get into that later. We have a whole Alana Pierce segment coming up, but it always just feels to me like she just very, very, it's her, me. I didn't pick up my cat today to tickle its tummy. I grasped my adopted feline to check vital signs. Like that's how she tells stories.
It's so hard. And then when I found
it's always to make herself just look a little bit better, make her a little bit more of the victim of the situation, bring her up in some way.
That we didn't. I think I cried. Like I was so.
Oh, she cried now.
Disappointed. That it was very difficult to like.
You went to the fucking parties. I gotta lay off of her. She just annoys me. She did not crash the event. idubbbz and Anisa crashed the event.
Take away positive feelings from the event, even because I was just so crushed by that news. And
she wasn't even. I gotta stop, guys. All these kids that didn't get cancer money. You also have to remember that the real victim here is Alana Pierce, man. She couldn't even walk away from the event with good feelings afterwards. Like, oh my God. Like, just why? Why even say that?
So, like, when Real Good Touring called and asked if I wanted to host the pre-show again, that was my first question, is how can you guarantee to me that that is not going to happen again? So what are the changes?
Yeah, and, you know, likewise, like, we were devastated. As a fighter and as a producer
I like him.
of the event, it was awful.
Let's see how a guy that I like addresses this. After everything she just said, let's see how a guy I like addresses this.
Likewise, like we were devastated.
Like, this is a respected creator and much less controversy consistently.
As a fighter and as a producer of the event, it was awful that happened, and the audience too. Like to know that, like, buying into the event and watching the event, thinking that their money's going to charity, and then it didn't turn out that way. The first two creator clashes, they ran on the.
Look at it. Look at her. Alana Pierce's reaction. She like looks away. She has like this look. She's like, she watched.
That happened, and the audience too. Like to know that, like,
He brings up, and the audience too.
buying into the event and watching the event,
then
thinking
goes
that
into
their
it.
money's going to charity, and then
Look, and then Alana's like,
it didn't turn out that way.
oh god damn it, this is the face of, oh god damn it, I forgot to mention the audience. I talked about me the whole time. This guy didn't just start talking and rambling on about him and how it affected him. He's talking about how it affected other people as well. She's like, damn, I should have done that.
The first two Creator Clashes, they ran on the same model. Naively, we believed that with the first Creator Clash that the success of the event would be shared with the charity. So funding it through various sponsorships, but mostly ticket sales and pay-per-view sales, pay for the event, and then everything else is gravy for charity, which luckily worked for that year. We raised $1.3 million for charity. It was great. With that thinking, we moved on to Creator Clash 2, scaled it up a bit, and it turned out that
They did not just scale it up a bit. There were lots and lots of parties and lots of spending that had absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the event or selling tickets. And that is where they lost their money. And I would love to see metrics brought to the light that would prove that if they didn't do any of their frivolous fucking spending with the parties and the galas and the entertainment for the parties, and how they had to rent out a whole hotel for all of the fighters to process their trauma. I would love to see the metrics that prove they didn't do all those things, that little kids with cancer would have still not have gotten money.
that we weren't able to make that money back and to reach those goals, which again was very devastating. So going into Creator Clash 3, we've completely restructured it. So all of the onus is on us to pay for the event, to produce the event through our partners, through our sponsors, and we will be doing a traditional fundraising through Tiltify. It's running right now. You can donate it to it right now. We've already raised $238,000, which is so awesome. That's gravy. That's going straight to charity. So every dollar that is raised for charity through this event will be going straight to charity.
Which is good, because then that really does add to, I think Nicholas Diorio has like a slightly different take on like that. Like, why even do the event? Why even do the event? I slightly disagree. I get the main point, but I slightly disagree with Nick when I hear him talk about that. I think, if I'm remembering his take correctly, I think it's good that they're doing other stuff around the Creator Clash 3, like Creator Clash name, to raise money for charity, because they're bringing like a bunch of popular content creators together. They're adding awareness to the charity that they're trying to pump money into. And they're even giving away to donate to the charity. Like, if they just have like a Creator Clash live stream, they're doing some type of promo for the event. That promo immediately goes to an avenue for you to directly donate money to the charity they're trying to pump up, which I think is a good thing. And then if the event also makes money, then that's great too. But obviously, like, the spectacle of the event gets eyes on it, and then those eyes are directed towards the charity, and I think that is a good thing. And now that idubbbz and Anisa are gone, and it seems like we might have people in charge of this event that actually have a clue on how to run an event properly and get money to kids with cancer. I think this is all good. I really don't have a problem with anything being said here with the restructuring.
The event will be funded by ticket sales.
I believe Alana Pierce is on her phone.
It will be funded by pay-per-view sales, and the fighters will be receiving a cut of
She keeps looking down at her other hand doesn't have coffee in it.
that revenue.
Yeah, it's basically two separate things now, right? There's the event pot, which is handled a very traditional event way, and then the charity is totally separate. So, like, even if you don't like watching boxing, you could still donate to the charity. It's up on Tiltify already. You can get involved immediately.
And it's very transparent of like, okay, you can see the number right now on your screen of how much money we have raised so far, every cent of.
I think that's good. I have no problem with that. I've heard takes that are like, well, what's even the point of the event then? I've already went through it. I did bring my chair. I think this is good. I'm hearing all good things right now from Creator. I might have to actually go to Creator Clash 3 now.
This is going to an amazing cause, which is awesome.
I'm glad that you feel that way. We do too. And there's going to be a lot of other really cool things around the event. We're encouraging the fighters to do their own campaigns, before and after the event. All these efforts are not going to be wasted. We are going to be raising a ton of money for charity. Our goal is $1 million this year. I really think that that's possible to do.
Yeah.
And the fighters are really excited to show off their hard work and to support this event and to raise that money. Like, I'm just so grateful that I get to be a part of it and that it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason that I am sitting here in the room right now with you guys is because, like a lot of other people, I believe in the event. And so it was a crazy success the first time. The second time, some mistakes were made and it didn't go the way that we wanted. But I am here involved because like changes are being made.
I just would love to see them shit on idubbbz and Anisa more. I would love for one of them to be like, well, there were some people in charge and they didn't do the best job of running things. Like, that would be awesome, but I don't think we're going to get that, obviously.
To make it be what
just PR talk, which is fair. It's what they need.
It's supposed to be at the end of the day, which is an entertaining show with really fun fights with like some of your favorite creators for charity. And that's really what we're trying to bring it back to, is we're trying to not have any external internet bullshit. It's just supposed to be a fun boxing event for charity, and that's really what it should be. And
It's
that's
such
really
a good
what it's
mission
gonna be.
statement, and it's such a bummer that it ever got away from that. It seems so silly that it ever got away from that, because it's...
Why did it get away from that? Why did it get away from that? Whose fault was it? Whose fault was it? Like, I don't know. I'm looking for like shade. I want to see shade, dude. I want like idubbbz and Anisa fucked everything up so bad. It's ridiculous.
It's so clear what the event is supposed to be.
People are already punching each other in the face. You don't need other
Why not
trouble.
do it for charity? Come on. I mean, that's so true. Like, it's such a special event. I've said this many times, but fighting in Creator Clash was one of the best things that I ever did with my life. Like, what it did for my self-confidence, what it did for, my relationship with my body and my mind, my discipline. Like, it was so profound for me. And
it's so cool. Like, it's such a wild...
And me too. Alana Pierce says, hey, yeah. All that too. Me.
thing to have done. Like any
it was a really good mind-body experience for me too.
time I like tell somebody that I had a boxing match, it's like it's a crazy thing to be able to say. It is wild and very cool. And I've done the same thing. I had enjoyed watching.
Literally. Oh, that sounded really good. Me too. Like literally, that's what she's doing too.
Boxing, but no interest in trying it, and then did it and trained. I have punched both of you in the face, actually.
Like literally stopped him. Literally, like he wasn't done, dude. Like,
which is great. That's a huge positive in my opinion. And
the things you're saying, they sound really, really, really good. Ditto.
I've encouraged like a bunch of people I know to start boxing too, because it's like such good total body fitness. But as said, it's also really, really hard. So we have to give a shout out right now to the fighters who are training right now. It's like a bummer also for them that they like maybe have felt a little awkward recently about promoting the event or talking about it. And we want like everyone to like get back behind them and recognize like how hard they're training and how difficult it is to do this at all.
It is so insanely hard training for this event. You are not only obviously working out every day, but something that people don't think.
I don't know. I gotta say, like, I don't know if these guys are good examples of it, but like some of the performances in that ring were not fucking good. Were not good. Like some people genuinely like Dad. Dad is an example of a fighter who like this is shit, dude. He trains for it hard as fuck. He gives it 130%. And then you have examples of people who like get in the ring and they're like slapping each other around. Like they're like where did the money? $20,000 for training was it? I think. Where did that go? This is like, I feel like if I spent $20,000 learning and training how to box, I'd be able to put on a pretty decent show. I feel that way. Okay, I feel that way.
Think about is they think, oh, you're going
Matt
in
Watson.
for an
Matt
hour.
Watson was another one. Pitiful
Or
performance.
2 hours or maybe 3 hours out of your day, and they just take that one little time. It is all life consuming because you are exhausted. You have to watch what you eat. You have to do all of this stuff. It's a huge mental game. Like not only coming to terms with the fact that you are going to get hit, but as somebody who is not a violent person, like being okay with hitting somebody else, it's a huge mental stress. And so
Remember that time you punched me and I immediately fell to the ground and vomited?
I
Me? Remember me?
still feel really bad to this day. It was
I'm so sorry, but it's so fucking true. Like,
really not
It's
great.
okay, it wasn't your fault.
I think people forget because they just see maybe some like Instagram photos or whatever of what the fighters are doing. The amount of training and hard work that they're putting in is immense. And however long that they have been training, whether it's just a month or the last 9 months or a year, that's been like all they've been doing. It takes up your whole life. And so
Yes.
huge props to them for
A
committing
thank you to
it.
them too. Like it's such
Yeah.
an important thing to do, which I think related. We should talk about because there was confusion about this last year. Even I was confused about how fighters get paid. The fighters do get paid.
Yeah, we want to make sure that the fighters are taken care of, number one, and number two, that they're safe.
Yeah.
I do think it's good that they give the money for the training because, like he said, like you're getting into a boxing ring, you need to be able to know how to be in a ring and be safe about it, not like get your shit kicked in so hard, like not get hurt. And obviously, like the only way to prepare for that is you need like someone that knows what they're doing to show you how to do it. You need to like train, like just like muscle. Muscle is good for protecting your body. So like you need like a trainer. I get that. The problem is you need a way to audit the fighters to make sure that the money you're giving them to get ready for this fight is actually going to them preparing to get into the ring and being able to be safe and confident in the ring. And that seems to be where the issue is. That's where my issue is with it. I don't have a problem with the fighters getting paid. I have a problem with what appears to me as obvious lack of making sure that the money they're giving these fighters to prepare, there's actually time and effort being spent into actually preparing, the quality of the preparation.
That's a big thing for us. So fighters do get a purse. We're calling it. It's basically funding for training.
It's essentially a
Reimbursement.
reimbursement.
Yeah.
It was frustrating having people think that we got paid for it. Yeah. Basically, the fighter's purse was for the thousands of dollars that we spent to train.
It's just to make sure people can do the event.
Yeah.
You can't ask creators to take all that time to
Yeah, that's what they were saying, Alana. Thanks.
box. A lot of people would have to say no if you couldn't at least cover the cost of their training or their food, right? Like
That's great, guys. Let me just repeat everything that you said so I can be the one saying it.
I had to set an alarm to remember to eat because I had to gain weight. So I spent a lot of money on meat, dude. like unironically, but it's also like all of your doctor's
Take a shot every time Alana Pierce says I or me.
examinations, or you need to get like physical
A
therapy.
self-descriptor.
Like there are a lot of costs that go with that. So the idea is not that the fighter's getting paid because they're trying to profit from a charity. Then it's basically that they're being reimbursed for the money that they've spent on the event, so that they don't just lose a ton of money. Obviously.
So all fighters are receiving that. Moving the event means more training for them, which is something that we added to the budget to reimburse them for. And also, with the moving schedule, there may be some fighters that are dropping out just because they can't do it schedule-wise. And the replacement fighters will also be compensated for their work and time. But at the end of the day, this is. The fighters are volunteers,
Yeah.
and that's.
And also, I think moving to LA is going to end up being a good thing in the future because isn't that where like all the big creators live still? Either that or Texas. Like I always was wondering, like who's in Florida?
Something very cool that everybody's chosen to do, that they're very passionate for. Like you don't just like into this, like you have to want to do it.
It is kind of insane though. Like I do think they should have probably still held the event in Florida just because that's where they were advertising the event to be and then moved it later. It is pretty crazy that they're rescheduling an event and it's going into another state. That's pretty wild.
And it's so cool that they decided that they want to.
Not even just another state, across the fucking country.
I mean, like I ended up donating my whole fee to charity. I know actually multiple people did that last year anyway. So there's like
I ended up donating my whole feed to charity. Actually, thanks, Alana. Great.
Not only are they also spending their time doing it, some of them are also going to be doing charity streams alongside this to also make sure they raise money for charity. Like there are so many ways other than just crowd participation for the fighters to get involved in, and we're encouraging them, from my understanding, to do some streams leading up to the event to already get money raised.
I wish there was another girl at this table that didn't suck, so I don't look like such a fucking belligerent sexist.
For the tilt fight too. So
It's really awesome to be able to get this back on track, to turn this into like a really, really positive event. I really want to be able to support the fighters, for them to get excited publicly about their fights, because that's what this is all about. You know,
Look, now when he talks, he's talking about the fighters. Every time she talks, it's literally textbook narcissist. Every single time she fucking talks, even when it's about Creator Clash in this room, it's about her, me, how it affected me, what I did, how I handled it, what I had to do. Every time this guy talks, well, the fighters, the people, the refunds, and then she'll go, yeah, and then for me, like, watch, she's going to interrupt again, and it's going to be, like, for me, that's how she's going to start.
Getting in the ring, doing something they don't usually do, getting out of their comfort zones, training, pushing their bodies to the limit for your entertainment. You know, it's going to be funny, it's going to be exciting.
These fighters, they're preparing for you. That is what he just said. Those are like, that was the cliff notes of like the vibe what he was saying.
In that arena in Creator Clash 2, and I'm sure in Creator Clash,
he's talking about the arena. This is turning into just picking a lot of Pierce apart.
unreal. Yeah. And like, though that moment was...
Wait, though, she's going to interrupt, and it's going to be something along the lines of, like, for me, what I did, it's going to be like that.
Such a highlight of my life. I've never felt energy like that before.
Now that you're talking about it. It's crazy to think about.
Just hearing everybody and seeing how crazy excited everyone was, and it was
both of them. This guy's also doing the same thing. This dude, Ego Raptor's the only motherfucker in the room that's actually down to get business. He's like on business. He's like, get rid of them too. Just this guy. I just want this guy running the event. Give this guy the event right now. Get them out of here. Why are they even here? What are they? They got beat up in a ring. They're YouTubers, they're influencers. Why are they here? Get them out of here.
It's such a positive vibe being there, and
he's not as bad as Alana though.
What it should
be. But I gotta call it out, because this is the shit that Alana's doing.
It should be a fun, entertaining event that raises money for...
He's not really saying anything. This guy sucks too. He's not contributing. This guy is giving me all of the good info, saying all the good things, and the other two people are just like adding in nonsense, nothingness.
Hyped, get you excited.
Yes, dude, yes. No, let me go back.
And it was just such a positive vibe being there, and
that is going to be how she starts. I guarantee you, we just watched her starting her part where every time she starts talking, me, how it affected me, what I had to do, me, I, myself. That's all she says. Watch. Once he's done talking, which she is desperately waiting for him to be done talking, she's going to start by going, me, I, how it affected me. I felt this way. Something like that. Something of her. She's going to bring it back to her.
That's what it should be. It should be a fun, entertaining event that raises money for an amazing cause.
Yes, so that's what we're bringing it back to. We're super excited to do it. Ethan and I are going to be hosting the pre-show. I'm sure it'll be very fun. We want to get you hyped, get you excited. We want to make you...
Okay, she's hitting him with the wheeze. She's hitting it with the wee.
And we want to raise money for a good cause. That's the whole plan.
Yes. Aaron, where and when is it?
It's at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles, California, October 25th, 2025. If you can't make it to the live event, you can buy pay-per-view tickets on Veeps. Going to be an awesome event. We're going to blow the roof off.
Let's punch cancer in the face.
Let's do it. The biggest bully of them all. Take it down.
Let's do it.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
See you all there.
Cancer's bad. RX, XD, XD. I don't know. I don't like her. We're going to talk about her. We have a whole segment about her coming up.
Thanks, everyone.
But you know what? If idubbbz and Anisa are out, which they were the people fucking everything up, we got new people in here. We're starting fresh. We're starting over. I think that this was a really cool idea. I enjoyed going to Creator Clash too. I hope they can reel it in. I really do. I see no reason not to support the event moving forward. They've already taken their lumps. The event is in shambles. They've had to reschedule it. They've had to issue out refunds. They had to move states. idubbbz and Anisa retired in shame, stepped down in shame. I think the road is open for Creator Clash redemption arc.